What's up, everybody? Welcome to Self-Helpless. This is Taylor Tomlinson.
I'm Delaney Fisher.
I'm Kelsey Cook.
I said this is.
I know, I love when you do.
Yes, leave your message after the beep. And today we are so excited because we have, almost exactly a year later, our first guest ever returning, comic extraordinaire, badass all around, Russian gypsy, Kira Sultanovich, everybody. Yeah!
Don't forget political hacker.
Political hacker.
Perfect.
We like to put that out there.
We're known for that now.
Yeah. Just all of you together.
I feel like the before picture of all of you.
What?
Right? We're like, oh,
I hope you're the after of
no,
me.
I'm the before picture when you guys are all like blonde and like luscious and just
my gosh.
nipples everywhere.
Oh my god. Well, that is true for
That's
me.
accurate. With
I have nipples everywhere too.
Kira, are you kidding me? You're hot.
You're so
You are hot.
I feel like there's like a ... after that sentence.
No.
What?
You're
For a mom of two.
No,
Oh.
you are a hot woman.
period.
I have
That
been
was-
in multiple conversations about people talking about how hot you are.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
With all
Comedians
this
alike.
acidic in the face?
Acidic?
Acidic.
Oh, I thought you said acidic. I was like, someone threw acid in your face? You look amazing.
Acidic would actually work too.
That was such a strange self-put down.
That's very sweet.
Like, are people
No,
saying
you're
that
gorgeous.
now?
We
You really
really
are.
think I mean, you're just one of our favorite
This is
people.
the closest I've been to a foursome.
I mean, we can get closer if you want.
Emotionally,
Show's not
it
Don't
is.
tempt Delaney. Her crotch will be around your neck faster than you realize.
Show's not
I
over
would
yet.
love
Kira.
that, like a new accessory. What are you wearing?
Well, the
Delaney's
choker.
labia.
So before we started recording, you were asking Kelsey about her wedding planning,
Yeah.
and we had mentioned that we hadn't heard yours, and you were like, "Oh, you don't want to hear," and we were like, "Well, now
Yeah,
we
we
have
do.
to roll the cameras."
Yeah.
So you have to talk to us about first your proposal
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I don't want to talk about it is because I feel like it's such a bummer, and I don't want to like squash your excitement and your happiness.
I mean, I'm a comic. I'm broken anyway. Like, you're
Beautiful.
not.
That's all
It's
I need
fine.
to
I'm not a
hear.
puppy.
Okay,
Like,
good.
I'm
Break her
fine.
more.
Yeah.
But the proposal was very interesting because, you know, my husband was in Australia. He was working, and I was like, we were dating, right? We were boyfriend, girlfriend at the time. And I go, hey, while you're out there, I'll go book some gigs and I'll join you in Australia.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. So I booked like some stand-up out there in Sydney. And the day I landed, I got into the hotel room, and this bellhop comes into the room, right? Really, really beautiful hotel. And he comes into the room, champagne, like chocolate dipped strawberries, you know, just a beautiful
Yeah.
setup. And he goes, congratulations.
God.
Oh my god.
And he hadn't done anything yet. So I go, for what? And he slowly started to like back out of the room.
Oh
and
my
Mike's
gosh.
face was like, what the fuck? And because he had hid the ring in the hotel safe. So the whole hotel staff knew about it, like how exciting it was going to be. So he goes, oh, this is what we do for Americans when they arrive in Australia. So I
say,
yeah. I
Did
kind
you
of-
buy
I was
it?
like, well, I was like, what's happening? Because, you know, I am a Russian gypsy, as you guys
Yeah.
know. So I
Sure,
was like, huh.
Like, give me your hand, bellhop.
Right, exactly. A couple days later, we were going around, you know, being touristy. We're this beautiful cliffs. Like, you know, Sydney is just gorgeous. And like right outside, it's like this little area called Watson's Bay, which is the name of our production company. And then like right next to it are these gorgeous cliffs. And the boats are coming in. It was like Christmas Day. So they had this big, huge Christmas boat celebration. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect day.
Yeah.
And he proposed right there.
Oh,
That's nice.
Are we all ovulating?
Yeah.
There's
Very
more.
sweet.
Oh,
So
no.
then,
Are we all ovulating?
right? I burst into tears because I kind of knew, but I didn't. And I'm just such a sucker. And I'm just like snot bubbles,
Yeah.
right? And just burst into tears. And then he told me that he called my parents while I was flying on the 18-week
good
flight
man.
to Australia. He
Yeah.
called to ask, and of course I start crying again. And this woman, this local, sees all of this. And so she walks over. And I'm not going to do her accent because I can't, you know, crikey, I can't do it. But she walks over and she goes, oh, did you just propose to her here? And he's like, yeah, we're engaged. And she goes, oh my gosh, this is where people kill themselves. What? And we look at her, we're she goes, yeah, this is where people commit. Like she like had to say, this is where they commit suicide.
Oh.
So the joke on stage I do is, so we pushed her. That's the bit. But I mean, like that was just so, what the fuck? Like it's just such a.
What is wrong
That she
with
felt
people?
the need to
Yes.
tell that to you.
Such an amazing moment. It's like you're having an orgasm and someone goes, your dad's watching. You're like, why did you ruin this? Like I was having a good time. And it's like now scarred forever. But
You just ruined my next 4 orgasms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That is so funny.
which I hope are during this podcast.
It will be happening currently.
So,
and
you
then your
know,
wedding, you said, was problematic.
Well,
not to guests, but
yes.
for you.
So, of course, the guests don't know. That's a great thing to tell any, future bride. The guests are not going to know anything. It's
Okay.
almost like a show. Like you do a stand-up show, you produce it, you book like all these comics, someone doesn't show up.
Yeah.
No, but like if they don't know who's on the guest on the lineup, they're just like whatever. Like, the audience is just like okay, or someone goes over their time, the audience doesn't know.
Yeah.
Or one of the whatever happens, you know what I mean? Like so, just keep that in mind.
Okay.
You'll know.
Yeah.
And it'll drive you crazy for
I'll
the rest of
fucking
your
know everything.
life.
Yeah.
So my husband and I are both in production.
Yeah.
So you would think like we got this shit. You know what I mean? Like we know how to schedule things and get things organized and meet people and you have to interview. And we had a wedding coordinator and so like we had a pretty long engagement too. It was like almost a year.
Yeah.
So like throughout that year though, she had this boyfriend, they were living together, and she's a wedding coordinator, right? So she's like, oh my God, we're gonna get married. And they were planning their wedding too. In the middle, he broke up with her.
Oh my God.
So for the rest of our wedding, she was like, fuck love.
Oh my
And
God.
she just hated everything. I'd be like, hey, do you like these tablecloths? She's like, oh, those tablecloths. Is that what's going to make you happy? Like, just the worst. So that was just like the first sign of like, something's not right. We had it in Los Angeles, in Simi Valley. You were asking where you got married.
Oh, really?
Do you guys ever watch, it's pretty close to you.
Yeah.
You ever watch like The Biggest Loser when they were like on this huge
ranch.
estate?
Yes, I know
That's where
exactly
we
what
got
that is.
married.
Because
Yeah.
I grew up in Simi, so I've been
Right,
there.
right.
Yeah. Good
So we
spot.
got, off Cooner.
Very pretty.
Am I
Oh,
saying that
yeah.
correctly?
Oh, you are.
Yeah. Hummingbird Nest Ranch. That's what
Pretty.
it's called, right? So that's where we got married. May 24th, and it rained.
Oh.
One
my
of the
God.
craziest thunderstorms, like lightning, like Armageddon, just
Oh my God.
toads, locusts falling. Jewish babies are killed. It was awful. It was just awful. Like, and May 24th. Are you kidding me? Like, who? But I got a tent at the last minute because we knew, of course, a few days before. We're like looking at weather and all this. And we're like,
Okay.
fuck. So we got a tent, $10,000 for a
What?
last minute
Me.
tent that I'm still paying off. So,
Fuck me.
my
God
God.
damn it.
So, the morning of the wedding, the rains are so torrential, and we stayed on the location, right? So we're there, like waking up to the venue, right?
Yeah.
The rains were so crazy, like, right? Like shaken baby syndrome, right? Just like murderous rains. And I can't sleep. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I wake Mike up and I go, we have to cancel. We're canceling this wedding. I'm like, we're canceling. Are you kidding me? We're canceling the wedding, right? Like everyone's going to understand, right? And he goes, we're not canceling the wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we'll just, let's
5 a.m.
send a
on the day.
text.
5 a.m. Yeah, people have already flown in the night before.
Oh my
'Cause
God.
I'm from San Francisco. So I'm
Okay,
like, well,
yeah.
we're just going to, they'll understand. They'll get it. Like, it's death is in the air.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was.
There are dementors swirling
yes,
those skies.
that's exactly what it felt like.
God.
And so he's like, no, it's going to be fine. Don't worry. It's going to clear up. The window pane was like about to just give. Like, it was like shards of glass would have gone into our eyeballs. It was shaking.
Oh my God.
And he goes, it'll clear up. So I was like, all right. But at that moment, he totally calmed me down, which I was like, all right, I guess I'll marry you.
Yeah.
So, because, there could be a psycho person that's like, fuck this rain, you're right. And we shouldn't get married because it's a sign or some bullshit.
Right, right.
But I get up, I go and get in my car because I figure I'm going to go get balloons.
To go drive in the weather.
What? I don't know. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'll go find a Starbucks, get some balloons. I drive down to the Ralph's. I know. We had balloons, but just it's a windy road, so I
so
thought
to
I'll
say,
get like
like,
balloons
here.
on the road.
rain
Got
so
you.
people, because it's like
Sure.
it's up in the
in the hill. Yeah.
So I go down to the Ralph's, I get a coffee, I'm getting balloons, and the woman at Ralph's, to her it's just Saturday, May 24th.
Sure.
She's like, ugh, today's gonna be the worst day.
And you're like, you're here from Australia?
And
How
so
did you get
pushed
here?
her. I pushed her off a cliff. I was just like, oh, really? She's like, it's going to be awful. I didn't tell her I'm about to get married in a few hours. I was
right.
like, yep, all right, well, see you later. I get in my car, right? Everything's shaking. The tent that they put up at the last minute is leaking.
Oh no!
Are you
Our
kidding
wedding
me?
planner is nowhere to be found.
Oh my God.
And then after that, it was just a series. Oh, so okay. It did clear up.
Okay.
So for our ceremony, it was completely like dry
rain.
and clear. I'll show you
Wow.
pictures. It
Okay.
was actually beautiful and stunning. Amazing. My best friend sang opera into the canyons of Simi Valley, so it
Wow.
reverberated. It was just
Best thing that happened to see me.
so
ever.
right. Yeah, exactly. And then after that, it was just a series of what the fuck is happening until about 2:00 in the morning when my mom was naked in the pool at the venue. So, Mazel tov on your engagement.
Wow.
Oh jeez.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
I mean, people like fell and twisted ankles. Our power went out. The food came out late. The band couldn't play. I mean, it was just.
Oh my God! It's
Someone
a
plugged in
frickin-
a coffee machine and all the power just went.
Oh
Yeah,
my God!
I know.
It sounds like this should be a movie.
it
should
Like,
be
you
a
need
movie.
to
Yeah.
write a feature about
It
your wedding day.
should be a movie.
Holy balls!
It's 10 years since that day, and I'm finally over it.
Oh man!
Oh my God.
Yeah, you
I
seem
need
like
to
it.
like prepare more
Yeah.
for these things. I need
Yeah.
to have her boyfriend has this whole philosophy of like just always expect everything to go wrong, because then if it doesn't, then you'll actually enjoy it. Yeah. But I'm the opposite, where I'm just walking around thinking everything's gonna be fine, and then I get horrifically disappointed constantly.
yeah,
And I feel like wedding day could be the worst case of that, where I think everything's gonna be fine, and then
Oh
Yeah.
man!
Yeah, but hey, 2 kids and a mortgage later, here we are,
Hey,
everybody.
$10,000 tent almost paid off.
$10,000 tent. Can you believe that bullshit?
That's
Good
crazy.
Lord.
That's what I'm
That's
trying
a
to do my
venue.
whole wedding for is $10,000. That's what I'm trying to like stay within.
Oh, well then I'll give you a hug on the way out. But
Thank you. Thank you.
Sweet, sweet hug. The only reason we had a pretty elaborate wedding, and the only reason is because I booked this crazy commercial, right? Like when we were planning the wedding.
Yeah.
And like an idiot, I was like, looks like we're having
Yeah,
a $50,000 wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just like they just
Yeah.
handed me a crazy check. It was for Lean Cuisine.
Oh my
And they
God.
handed me a crazy check, and I was like, all right.
This is what this is
So
for now.
My tent money.
Yeah. It really, yeah.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, just trying to transition out of that. I love you so much. So, for those of our listeners who maybe didn't listen to the first episode because they're
Shame on
newer
you.
or whatever,
Shame on
yeah,
you.
get out. Can you again explain your specialty,
My specialty.
your specialty, your special skill, your powers?
My powers.
Yes.
They are powers. This
they
isn't
are
like a
powers.
skill. This isn't a learned. This isn't like croquet or whatever. This is something bigger.
Yeah.
I took some learning annex courses at a Ramada
In magic.
near the airport.
Now I can read energies and sell real estate.
I don't know how to explain it except for, and I might have used this analogy the first time we met.
Yeah.
The four of us, like a Macbeth play. So it's like when you have, let's say, a first date. This is what I tell people. Like, you know, like when you see someone, it's blind date, first date, whatever, and you kind of see them, they sit down next to you at a coffee shop or a restaurant, whatever it is, and you're like face to face for the first time. We all have this like immediate like, oh, or oh, like you're responding to their vibe, to their vibration, to their energy, to it's
Yeah.
not even just like, oh, I like the color of his or her eyes or hair or the outfit that they're wearing. It's not always that. It's just sometimes you're just responding to like whatever they're giving off.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
I mean, it's really just that. And we've all had moments where we're like, oh, I bet this is going to happen next. And it's happened. Everybody, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met one person that hasn't been like, I was thinking about, Delaney, and then she called me. It was so weird. It's just like, We have, I know
Yeah.
this generation doesn't call, I'm sorry. She Snapchatted at me or whatever. Anyways, you know, so that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But for many, many, many years, I shoved it and stuffed it down deep inside my Soviet vessel.
Were you afraid of like your own ability, or were you afraid of what people would think? Was it a mixture of everything?
I mean, because it's silly.
Right. It kind of goes
You know
against.
what I mean?
I feel like it goes against the typical comedian way of that you're just supposed to
Exactly.
be like, fuck everything. And
Right.
Like, I don't believe in anything. I just do my jokes.
There's no
Bleh.
beauty in this world. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you're describing a comedian rapper, but yes, I know what you're saying.
I don't know why I was
She's
so.
like, fuck the police. No, but you know what it is? It's what everybody, it's like a punchline. It's like, I know you guys are all young, but like, you know, Dionne Warwick, Psychic Friends, or what was the Psychic Friends Network, right? Do you guys know what that is? It was like such a punchline in the 80s and 90s because it's just silly. It's just silly.
Yeah.
And so I knew about this a long time, like when I was even a kid, but I was like, well, I don't want people to make fun of it. Because it is like people drive by houses that say psychic love, get your spiritual reading here, and it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah. Comics are such cynics. It like
And
it
so
bumps heads.
Right.
But then I also realized, well, it's kind of interesting and different.
Yeah. It's like you have like superhuman intuition. You have like very strong.
I guarantee if everyone focused on exactly what I'm focusing on, and not like just like, well, I guess I'll guess what your favorite color is. It's not that.
Yeah.
I bet anyone, it's just being a human. It really is. It's just being a human.
Is it being like ultimately present? Like you're not thinking about any, like you're clearing your head. You're not thinking about anything but what this person is kind of giving off to you?
I'm just trying to tune into you because I can only give you the information that you already have.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like you're holding up a mirror.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't, like, we already all, you know, we're already like, okay, here's my quote, right? You guys wanted a quote.
Yes, please.
You know, we are already infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
Already. We're waiting for like things to happen to us, but we're already like sending them out and they're already happening.
Yeah.
So I'm just basically like telling you what you already know inside, but you maybe either have a block to it or subconsciously, or you want to sabotage yourself for whatever reason. Cause we're all like, I'm going to eat this cake. And like, and we know we shouldn't, but like, so it's that kind of feeling of, I'm just telling you what you already know.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
I love it.
Okay, so
let's start.
do you remember your reading from last time? Because you
Yes.
said, did any of the stuff make sense afterwards? 'Cause
All
sometimes
of
it takes
it
like
did.
a month or 2 or 3 or 8.
I feel like we all, I mean, I don't want to speak for you guys, but I felt mine pretty much right away where I was like, oh shit, I can't believe that she could sense that. And it's something that I'm not even very consciously aware of it, but once you said it, I was like, oh, I guess I am like that.
What was it you want to share?
You were picking up an energy from me that I, on the outside, seemed very like open and inviting, but that there was this big wall you felt that was like, don't get too close.
Interesting.
Like,
And is
I'm,
that
like,
true?
I think so. I do think so. It's just something that I'm not very aware of, but I definitely think it's there. And as soon as you kind of called it out, I was like, oh, shit. I think I do feel like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like she has to be cautious because she has so many allergies. We've talked about this a lot where it's like,
oh, yeah.
you can't always be spontaneous because you could die if you eat something weird.
What
you
are
know,
your
like,
allergies?
Yes, to everything. So I think that keeps this. I'm so happy you said that because I do think that is a huge part of who I've become, like on a personality level and emotionally, is like because doctors have told me essentially that like so many parts of the outside world can kill me that I have to live in a way that's very like planned out, I guess.
Okay, give me an example.
So like,
Because my kid has a lot of allergies.
okay, so like our wedding photographer, I was looking at some of his photos and he likes to do a lot of like outdoorsy stuff. And a lot of these are chicks lying in a field with their fiance or like on a grassy hill. I won't be doing any of that. I already know that I'm going to have to tell him, hey, like your usual shots, I can't lie down in grass or in like a field of wheat. I will fucking get hives head to toe and have trouble
Really?
breathing. And like, I have a ton of food allergies. And
Like
so
what are some food allergies?
oh man, Pumpkin seeds and
pumpkin seeds,
that
so
was-
many
oh my
nuts.
God, I just had
peppermint.
pumpkin seeds for
Peppermint.
breakfast. Who
Peppermint.
needs pumpkin seeds in their life?
Yeah,
Peppermint.
peppermint. A ton of nuts.
Don't say coriander. What are these allergies? Peppermint?
So many, but like we
Wool?
talked
Aren't
about
you like allergic to wool?
really allergic to wool. Jillian and I went and had salad the other day at a place that like seemed to have a pretty detailed list of what was in the salad, and I started eating it and I realized there were pumpkin seeds in it, and I couldn't tell if I had already eaten one or not, so I had to like take a Benadryl. The rest of my day was pretty much shot because it knocked me out for like 5 hours. It was a whole big thing. So it's like if you're at a party or whatever, like or at like a catered event and somebody's just carrying food around on a tray, I can generally never have whatever's on the tray because I need to know every ingredient in it.
Yeah. I mean, I my kid is the same way.
Okay.
But it's mostly just nuts. It's mostly peanuts
Okay.
and walnuts and pistachios and
Okay. Mine's this like weird array of like
Yeah.
almost a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And so it
Interesting.
keeps me having to be cautious a lot just
Right.
as protection for myself.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
really bad because the other day it was my husband's birthday and I
Yeah.
said, let's go get him, I said to my kids, an ice cream cake from Baskin Robbins. Like a little itty bitty one.
Yeah.
Just to like surprise him when he comes home from work. And we were there paying for it and the woman working behind the counter just reached over and handed my 7-year-old a sample of something with a little spoon.
God.
And out of the corner of my eye, I feel so terrible. But I was like, no! And I just slapped it out of her hand. And it was like the whole Baskin Robbins was like, what the hell has happened? I go, he has food allergies. I felt like such a douche.
No, but like
it just
anybody
caught
should
me so off guard.
anybody should understand that completely because it legit kills people.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
know.
a thing.
It's awful.
It's a real thing.
Well,
So.
he's doing something called oral immune therapy.
Okay,
If you ever
yeah.
want to ask me about it, we can
Okay.
talk in length.
Okay.
He now eats peanuts.
That's really
Whoa.
exciting.
Yeah.
Was he so terrified? I'm so terrified with that shit.
You know, at that age, I think it's easier when you're younger.
Yeah.
Because we're just like telling
so
you to
aware
do
now.
something. When
Yeah.
you're older, yeah. But I mean, they don't just give you peanuts and wish you luck. It's like a powder in a juice.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
it was like the amount of peanut was less than on a pin.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
And now he's eating 8 peanuts.
Wow.
Yeah, I went through immunotherapy for like 3 years,
Oh,
which
you did it.
was like the injections
Oh,
of,
but that's a shot.
of like pollens and mold and mildew. It wasn't food, but it was
Yeah.
like pet dander and shit like that. And that gave me horrible anxiety attacks for 3 years because it was
Oh my
like
God.
such, I mean,
Also,
I talked
there's
about
a
it with you guys.
Needle involved.
It's fucking horrible. And
Jesus.
like they can mix your vial up with somebody else's vial or like give you too much and your body just goes into anaphylactic shock and
Oh my God.
and they're like no working out 2 hours before, 2 hours after, no getting too hot 2 hours before, 2 hours after, because you can just send yourself into shock
Yeah,
and
yeah.
die. And it's
Yeah.
like I can't live like it was so horrible.
It's awful.
So I
and no one knows
stopped.
why. And no one knows, like,
Yeah, it's 2018. There's no answers.
Nobody knows why.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's part of it too. I don't know how much I feel that way emotionally. I think that's a possibility though too, that I can kind of be a little bit like cautious to get too close to people at
Sure.
first. So I don't know.
100%. It probably has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you want to read hers, or do you want us all to refresh you first and then do?
Who
what's
wants a reading?
best?
Who
We all wanna read it.
Rochambeaued? Who Rochambeaued? And
Y'all want one.
you guys want to rock, paper, scissors this?
Wanna go
I'll go
first?
first. We just talked
Yeah.
about it.
All right.
Yeah, can we do like quick ones? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
I mean, are
Okay.
you guys in a rush?
No,
No.
we're okay.
Aaron, are you in a rush? Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
we have
good.
That gives us
Should
50
we?
minutes.
Should Taylor and I talk amongst ourselves like last time? Well,
Is that what you guys were
give
doing?
you
I
some
can't
privacy.
remember.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
so
just. I'll
sorry
keep an
that
eye
I'm
on
so-
time. I'll keep an
Okay,
eye on
okay.
time.
Yeah.
for
I mean, do
everybody.
you want to make this fast and ask me specific stuff? Because I think last time I just gave you like a general, just to
Yeah, last time. we
just to
did.
tune in.
You have
Yeah,
specific
we had
questions?
generals last time. Maybe we should do specific.
Yeah. Well, you guys did ask me specific. I remember that. I remember that much.
I'm kind of curious to know, and I mean, again, I know you said you don't remember so much the first time, but I feel like my anxiety's gotten a lot better since the first time you did it, and I wonder if that's like an evident thing in my energy, and I don't know. I guess I don't know what other specific things to ask.
You can ask anything. I mean, it could be like, should I invite that weird uncle to the wedding? I mean, it could be anything.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I mean, your energy does feel better.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But I mean, I just tell that just seeing you outside of the podcast studio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So nothing specific you don't want to get into?
What about babies?
Oh my
Do you want to have
God.
babies?
I mean, yeah, but that's not like a big thing in
I
my
feel
life.
like
Yeah.
that's
Probably not
probably
for
a
another like
big
4 or
question.
5
That's
years.
probably a big hot
Are
question
you allowed
that
to
you
say
get.
how old you are? Because you don't have
Oh yeah,
to.
I'm 29.
Oh my God, don't. Wait.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
waiting. Yeah.
For sure, wait.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait at least
Yeah,
4 or
yeah.
5 years. Yeah.
5, 6.
5, 6,
You're-
perfect.
5, 6
Great.
is great.
Perfect.
Yeah, because then you guys can like, well, you've been with your boyfriend for a while.
Yeah, a long
Okay,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you've already been like a couple. I just realized I have a little bit of silver nail polish. All right, sorry. My nails are. I dig graves on the side. That's my day job. My day job is a night job digging graves. I'm gonna try to figure out what there is something going on. I'm talking too much to figure it out. So yeah, if you guys want
Oh,
to talk
yeah,
amongst
okay.
yourselves to
Really.
entertain your.
Do we
You look
have to?
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Do we have to plug our sponsor this month?
No, but we can just
Oh.
for funsies.
I mean, I'm gonna talk about it because we just got our Fuck It bracelets
Oh,
from
yeah.
Vented in Brooklyn,
so great.
and they're so awesome. I'm really excited about it because I
Let me
got
see your
one.
bracelet.
Here, I don't want to distract you from
No, no,
Kelsey's
no,
energy,
no.
but it says "fuck it" on it.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Hilarious.
The first time we all got like breathe and like
Grateful.
dream and
Yeah.
grateful, and then the wonderful badass who runs Vented in Brooklyn was like, "I'm gonna send you guys fuck it bracelets."
Yeah.
And when I saw this about half an hour ago, I was like, "Oh no, this is what I should be wearing."
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
wear
good.
the fuck it and breathe right over each other. That's what I'm gonna do.
There you go.
All right, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Again, sometimes I'm like, where do these come? What is this about? I'm getting like a head trauma.
Head trauma.
You didn't fall down or or knock something or.
I've
Or
been getting over a
headaches or-
cough. I had like a head cold, but no.
No. I mean, it feels like a headache. Like you don't get migraines. Okay, so that's for some reason keeps coming through, but I can't tell what it's connected to. So like sometimes I'll get like a for sure connection.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, oh, you fell and you never got your head looked at or whatever.
Yeah.
But this doesn't feel like that. So it feels
But you said sometimes people check in like 2 weeks later and they're like, "Oh my
Right.
gosh, I fell."
I know, now I'm scared. I'm like,
I
oh,
know.
I'm
Now
about
I'm
to fall.
terrified. Put a helmet on.
yeah, well, it just feels like it feels like you were having like pains or like a migraine or like a thing and
Oh, I definitely have like pretty much constant pain in my neck, and like I have bad TMJ, and so I'm like clenching every night and grinding, and I've been
But is it like affecting like more? Because that feels like you're saying TMJ. It's more your jaw, right?
yeah,
This feels like
top of my head.
this feels like it's like right here. Like that's why I keep pointing to like the back of the head. So I don't know.
I think
Not sleeping well, or you? It just feels like it's like a like.
I don't think so.
I
I'm
don't
like
need
really
two
trying.
hands. I feel like this left hand's asking for money. I'll put this one back.
It's a dirty hand.
Just like this and pay me too. I don't know. It just keeps coming up. So it's not affecting like I don't know. I don't get migraines. So I'm guessing. This is me guessing.
Yeah.
But migraines, do they affect your vision? Do they give you like weird vision?
No.
I think
I
people.
think they do. I think they make you sensitive to light.
Yeah.
Has
they
that
do.
been happening? Anything like that? Like nothing. Okay. Well, we'll get back to it. We'll circle
Okay.
around. Remember, I think last time, I can't remember whose reading it was. We circled back and then we were all like, oh.
Who's making decisions? Yeah.
Our thing.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Do you see like good stuff for Self-Helpless?
Yeah, I can do that. But I feel like there's something you want to ask me. You just don't want to say it on the air. So if you want, we can do this after. We can do a little powwow after.
Okay.
Is that?
I guess I should have been more prepared in terms of like actual
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like last time I didn't ask a specific thing and you just were like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm getting such a strong thing of like, you seem like you want people to come in and you don't want people to.
Do you want to circle back?
Yeah, let's
in
circle
case
back.
you think of
Think
something.
of something.
Okay.
Would that be
Okay.
better?
Okay.
Think of something.
I have things.
She is six.
My
Yeah.
hands are so sweaty
What was
and
your
cold.
thing
I'm
last time?
sorry.
What
It's
was your
okay.
reading?
Oh,
Well,
Let's do the other one for
I got a mini reading on our last episode, but then I was on Kira's podcast with Karen, and they gave me a reading.
We
Right.
gave you more, and then
You
I
gave
gave
me more,
you another
and
one.
then I loved it so much I wanted a one-on-one time
Yeah.
with Kira. So I feel
Are you
like
single?
no, I'm not. This is my
Oh,
hand.
that's terrifying. Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of vibes are you getting?
I don't know. Are you planning on being single?
No.
It's just
Okay.
that your tits are actually out, and you're like, "What vibe are you?" Oh.
Maybe the last
I
time
don't
you saw me,
know.
I was in a sweater. No, I'm not
Okay.
single.
All right. Okay. What's the question?
Well, maybe what that's about.
Yeah.
What kind of
It feels like a loner thing happening, so that's why I
Oh.
asked.
How
A loner
interesting.
thing happening? Maybe like the business you're starting so you can work from home by yourself?
Yeah, that's wow.
Oh.
Connect those dots.
Oh my God,
Okay.
Taylor!
It just felt
freaking-
like alone, like by yourself, like you just were plucked.
Yeah.
And a loner thing. That's why I asked.
And you talk about feeling alone with between the three of us in terms of like that Taylor and I have decided to continue going forward with stand up.
Yeah,
and you're
I
like,
quit stand-up comedy, Kira. So that's probably what you're getting at.
Oh.
Yeah, I left.
I got so scared for you,
Yeah.
Cam.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, Cam. No, I left.
It feels
in
very
April.
plucked out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. And like just like by yourself. That's why I was like, whoa. I was a little shocked by it because
Yeah,
Yeah.
I left stand-up,
Okay.
and my goal is
you did the exit
to-
interview.
I did.
Okay,
did.
good. Yeah, because they have all the
Everything cleared.
paperwork. Okay.
So much
Good.
paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I left, and now I'm about to launch my own business, so I
Okay.
can work from home.
Okay.
And
Okay.
be-
Let's talk about
yeah.
that. Don't tell me what it is yet.
Okay.
But just okay. Good. All right. It's interesting. It feels like it's a business that is almost between two types of things that are already oh gosh, okay, what's a good way to describe this? Like you know how like a restaurant and delivery, and then the food truck would be like something that's kind of between restaurant and delivery. Like it feels like that.
Okay.
Is that what the business is?
It's
like it bridges two things together.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be selling dick mugs, hand painted.
Wait, what's going on? What's happening? I'm so sorry. What's happening? What? Can we rewind? What happened?
I have a weird hobby of the past few years, like a side business that I've had, where I hand paint coffee mugs, but they're penises.
but it's like people as penises. So
Yeah.
she made one of like Bert Kreischer and Joe Rogan, and she'll name him like Chode Rogan, and it's like Joe Rogan as a penis. So it's like his face is on like the head,
Get that?
and his
It
like
definitely
shoulders
feels like
are.
it's a business between other regular businesses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go. So it's
Wow.
basically it's like doing comedy from my couch, but with art, which I have a background
Can
in.
you Google image this
Yes.
for me, please? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it has
what's
to
it
be
called?
Dicks by Delaney.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
pretty.
She's got a very snappy business card.
Okay. Well, it definitely like I was going to say, it feels like it's a business that's kind of in between regular businesses. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's a dishware company, or dickware, if you will.
Dickware. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Chode Rogan for you,
There you go.
So he's a penis, but it's Joe.
Okay.
and those are balls.
And did you get a cease and desist yet?
Not yet. Well, Bert Kreischer ordered them, so I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she did. That's
right.
not like a normal.
Okay. This is good. It feels very isolating. That's why the first thing I assumed was single, because it feels very like alone and isolating.
Yeah.
So, there feels like a little bit of a gap. Not like, oh, it's not going to go well. Or it's like this weird gap of like, shit, I'm not selling as many cock cups as I thought I would. But then it's going to take off.
Huh. Okay.
So just don't worry in that in between time. It does feel like either you get like a weird no from someone that you thought was going to be a yes or something like that, and then it's like, but then don't worry, that's going to pass, and then it's going to, it's interesting. Where do you see this? What's your plans?
To build a dick empire here. A mountain of dicks that I sit on. No,
Yeah.
I don't even have, I'm trying to think like realistically right now
Right.
with what I can manage.
Are you an artist?
I wouldn't call myself that so much, but I have a background in sketching and painting. I never done it like seriously, but I do
Okay.
it for fun and enjoyment. And this whole business started like as a joke a few years ago that I just kind of have kept building on, and I've perfected this weird
They're so good.
specialty
Yeah.
mug that people like to buy for bachelorette parties or weddings or funny birthday gifts or
But
whatever.
the mug is just the shape of a mug.
Yeah, it's just a
picture
mug.
in the front.
It's an oil painting. It's those companies. One of them actually sponsored us, where you like send in a picture of your
Right,
pet and then
yeah.
they cartoon it
Put it-
on like stuff.
Sure.
You send me a picture of your loved one or your favorite
Yeah.
celebrity, and I make them into a penis, and I send it back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do
Now,
like
are
custom
they
stuff.
always circumcised? 'Cause what if my loved one is?
You can do whatever
That's a
you want.
great question.
You can do whatever
I'm
you want.
full of great
They're wearing a
cock
little scarf.
questions.
Yeah,
Or a hat.
Exactly.
Beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is going to be very isolative. But I really want that. Like, I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to that.
Of course, every girl's dream is dong dinnerware.
Draw dicks alone.
Okay, what's your next question?
Oh man,
Yeah, that was the first thing that just
That's so
popped
funny
out.
because I was going to ask about my future, my career, because I have made some pretty big changes the past few months. Like,
yeah.
how's this shit gonna go?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about IUD?
Oh yeah, the last time with our readings, you
Yeah.
said to like, oh, get that taken care of, or get that out. So I am actually next month gonna get my IUD out, but that was a big one for you. We're like, I feel like,
Well, that took a long time.
yeah, it sure did. I know.
I'm glad you're taking
I'm
my
like,
advice.
Tara's back on the podcast on Monday. She's like,
know.
oh, I knew I forgot something.
Yeah, that was a big one that you were like really animate about getting that taken out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been wanting to. It's just I'm kind of scared, and I'm gonna
Why?
just do it because it hurts. So I passed out when they put it in.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
sign.
I know.
I
It
know,
was.
That is a
right?
sign
I know. It was. It's
of,
bad,
like,
but
maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it out. I'm going back on the pill
Yeah.
Okay.
instead.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
like marriage stuff?
Oh, sure. I think I asked you this last
I
time.
have more
It's like,
questions about
do
Delaney.
you-
than
oh
I-
yeah. You know what? I asked you last time about like marriage and my current boyfriend who's still my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I remember you said like it's gonna be a while. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a while until you have the marriage and the kids, and you
Yeah.
didn't necessarily know if you saw it with the person I was currently with.
Right.
And you said it's gonna probably be. It could take a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it should. Live your life.
Yeah.
You got dicks to draw.
Totally.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you some bad news.
Okay.
You're not done with stand up.
Good.
Self-Helpless tour. Well,
That's all we wanted.
We do want to go on a tour with the podcast, which I would be
Yeah.
doing stand up. But what else do you say?
No, that's the news. You're
Okay.
not done with stand up. I
Okay.
think that like you hit a bump and so you were like, all right, I need to focus on something else that maybe brings me a different type of joy.
Yeah.
Nuts, of course. Do you draw the nuts too?
I do all that. Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. I'm so glad. I was going to be
The
disappointed.
nuts are the
inclusive.
feet.
So, now I'm not disappointed.
The balls
nuts
are the feet.
The balls are the feet. Got it. Yeah. But it's gonna bring you back to comedy. You're gonna do it.
wow.
It might be different. It might not be like, oh, I'm gonna be selling out theaters. That's not what your desire is anyway.
Right.
But you're not done with stand up.
Yeah.
I think maybe you're taking a hiatus.
You take all the time you need, girl.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
be right back here waiting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not done. You're not
Yeah.
done. Okay. What else?
Oh man, those are good so far. Yeah, maybe the marriage thing or the relationship thing. It's interesting that you got like the single vibe first, but I guess you just said it was more like
It just
isolation.
felt so like.
independent.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was more like just a shock. Like I didn't think you would be.
Yeah. I remember, yeah.
I think right now this guy is great for you. And I don't think you need to worry about any kind of 5, 6, 7 steps down the line.
Yeah.
Just enjoy what you're in
Totally.
right now. I think a lot of the times we're always so worried about, what about over there, that we're not just being in the moment.
Right.
Just
Right.
be in the moment. And that's why I think you're going to go back to comedy, because you're going to be in the moment, and that moment is going to feel right to
Yeah.
like, I'm going to write some new material, but when you go back, it's going to feel like more authentic.
Oh,
It's going to
okay.
be more authentic material.
okay.
I think one of the
Interesting.
things on stage for you, it just never felt real. It felt like you were on stage performing an act of what a stand-up comic would do.
Totally.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's not me trying to be harsh because I love you.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I totally agree.
And that's why I think you it feels like you like took a little hiatus from it, but you're gonna go back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question just in general?
Is it math related? Okay, good. Okay.
Do you ever tell, like, if you were to feel on one of us that, like, the person we're with is not somebody that you think we're supposed to be with, do you tell people that?
It depends. I might just say, like, the energy, your energy and that person's energy just right now is not jiving.
Interesting.
But again, it's only what you let me.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Do you
Like
know
the
what I mean?
mirror. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
If I'm trying to get in you and your legs are close tight, I'm not going to meet you. You know what I mean? I'm going to like back up and I'm just like, all right, she doesn't want
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so sometimes people are like, well, that wasn't a very accurate reading. Yeah, because the person really didn't want a reading.
Right.
I can't like demand information from you, you know?
Yeah.
But your mom is a great example. I sat down with your mom. Oh my God. Like I got knocked backwards. I'm not going to talk about her reading because it's personal, but it was just like, huh? Oh my God, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah. And I go, what? I'm overwhelmed. Like I don't even have words right now. I couldn't even talk for the first few minutes because I just kept saying, wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, what is happening?
Right.
Because it was just a lot, but she was like an open book.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, this is my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I needed like a moment. And sometimes I need like a minute. Like Karen and I just did a podcast with someone where I had to really sit back. Karen does the tarot cards, right? But I had to sit back because their energy was so like, that it like gave me a headache.
Oh my God.
You know, like it was just like too much. So I was like, I can't really read this person right now.
Wow.
And then on top of that, he wasn't really on board. So I was saying like, so you know, you were in a motorcycle accident, and he's like, okay, right? Like and I go, and you had like road rash all up and down your back. He's like, well, I mean, I guess I did fall off my motorcycle.
Guess you had road rash?
Right?
Yeah.
I did fall off my motorcycle. I go, okay, that's another way of saying a motorcycle accident. Unless it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
You were on a motorcycle on purpose. And he goes, yeah, I got like my back. I got like all the, gravel in my back and stuff. And I go, yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
So like if they're closed off
Weird.
like that, it's like, well, I'm not going to force
here
myself on you.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, that's to answer your question. Did I answer your
Yeah,
question?
yeah, you did.
Okay, good. Yeah, so this guy's is good, but there's something else happening. But I want you to ask me some questions.
Oh,
yeah.
something else?
No, there's more. There's more.
Oh, there's more.
I love this.
Okay. Oh man, what else could I?
It's hard in the moment.
It is.
I've now thought of a couple questions
Okay,
I can ask
good,
you for me,
good.
but
No,
like
I guess
them.
kids
I
for
won't.
me, which I think I asked you last time too, and you said it's going to be a decade.
Yeah, it's
which
gonna be a
that
while.
it's fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm in a position where it's like my partner's probably still trying to figure out what he wants.
Yeah.
Totally. So I think it's that weird, like, I don't know, like
He'll
but-
be figuring it out when you're crowning. All right, so just
Oh my God.
yeah, when you're dilating, he'll be like, "All right,
I guess
I
it's
figured it out. I'm on board."
Oh man, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely in no rush to do any
No,
of that.
don't
Like,
be in a rush.
Really, I would ideally like mid to late 30s for
Yes.
stuff.
For sure.
For at least kids. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be my.
Are there twins in your family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's an identical twin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
what?
But you see me having twins.
I'm just asking if
Oh
there's
my
twins
God.
in your
I
family.
can't.
I'm just
Now I
asking. Yeah. It feels like strong.
Oh wow.
That
So
is
wait.
so
That's crazy. So okay.
Save up.
That
Yeah.
is
This is perfect.
gnarly.
Are we okay on
have,
time?
We're perfect. We have
Okay.
30 minutes. So we
Okay.
can do
Oh my
15,
God.
15.
Okay,
Boom.
perfect.
Boom.
Did
This is going great.
Aaron come back, Aaron?
Yes.
I
he's
give
here.
Aaron
I'm
shit
trying
on
to keep
my
it on
podcast.
time for you,
Oh my
Aaron. I got
God.
you.
Aaron doesn't believe in
Okay.
any of this, by the way. Heads up.
Do you
Heads
need me
up.
to tell you what the last time
Whatever
you
you want to tell me.
said? Okay.
Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to ask, whatever
Okay.
you.
The last time you told me, you told me you were picking up on digestive issues, which I think was true at the time.
You were
Yes.
barfing a lot.
Oh my gosh, I was.
Sickness. Yeah.
I
Like food
was.
sickness all the time.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Remind me never to go out to eat with any of you.
I know. I don't know what was going on. But it happened a few times. I forgot about that.
I don't
Yeah.
want to get kicked out of islands again.
God.
I
And
love that
then
place.
you also told me that you took hold of my hand for a second. You were like, okay, it's like too much.
There's
like,
a lot.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
It is.
Yeah.
You
Damn
said
it.
it's
There's a
like
lot.
Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what I
Yeah.
said?
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
said. It was like,
Yeah, there's a lot, but it's better.
Is it better?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's
I
a
think
lot.
that is better.
I know. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your question?
And then I think I was in a project at the time.
Okay.
I was in that development deal, and I was asking about it, and you were like, I wouldn't worry about it being like the thing or not. You're like, I don't know if it is, but it, just kind of enjoy the process or whatever. Which I did.
Did it? Is it a thing?
No, it's not a thing anymore. But it
Aw.
was kind of the best situation because I just got paid to learn how to write a
Yeah.
show, but I didn't actually have to do it.
Yeah.
So it kind of
It kind
worked
of
out
is.
fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Now you know for your next one when
Yeah,
it is going to be.
hopefully.
Okay. So what's your question?
I mean, I guess my first question is just generally what are you picking up on?
That's not a question.
I
That's what
kind
she's
of
here
I'd
for.
like to know what the first.
Did I talk to you about childhood stuff?
I don't
That
think so.
reading? No.
Oh, I thought
I think
maybe.
maybe you.
Was
Oh,
that
yeah, I
you?
think I might have
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about all that.
But are your parents, did they have you when they were older?
No, they had me when they were
Or
younger.
younger. Okay. So there feels like a much, much older person that like raised you, like helped, but like
Yeah.
older.
We went to my my grandma's house we were at her house like a month out of every year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And did you, so you like live there? Like
We would go like every break. So in the summer we'd be there for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'd be there for like a week at Christmas and a week at Easter and stuff.
But she wasn't like that. She doesn't sound like she raised you. That was
I
just
mean,
like,
my stepmom's 8 years older than my dad.
no.
I don't know how much older.
I don't know. That feels like a very like old energy, like around you. That was.
People tell me I'm an old soul.
Not
say
just
you
the
get
Lord.
I'm just getting
Yeah,
that you're
no,
very
it just
old.
feels like an old. Like when people like when people have kids like in their 50s, that kind of feeling of like. But your parents were really young, so that's not
Yeah,
that. That's not.
very
It
young.
can't be that then.
Taylor's energy.
Yeah.
I'm the old person who raised me.
I raised myself.
This is gonna sound crazy. Are you from? I don't know where you're from. I don't know where you grew up. But was it like like certain places are like like Indian reservations? Like was it a place with like a lot of native reservations?
I don't think so. No.
No.
I mean,
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Northern California, but like Modesto,
Oh,
Escalon.
no.
I mean, there's an orchard. I grew up, like,
No, that's not it. God, what's going on? I'm not. This is weird. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I always do.
I'm starting to feel like I'm like an
But-
old Indian chief. That's something inside.
No, but seriously, that's what it feels like.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like there's like an old like native. Are you native?
No.
Have you ever like spit in a cup and sent it to the government so they can track you?
I never have. No.
Okay, don't-
This is so
don't
funny.
do
to
that.
me.
So strange.
Um,
I think my grandpa's like a 16th Cherokee.
no, but like it feels like you have an old like native energy around you. I don't know why.
Oh.
There's no connection to
No.
Native
So
Americans.
interesting
No.
to me.
Okay.
Maybe we need to do
Not at all. I'm
ayahuasca.
You need
very
to-
white.
We need to go do ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
somewhere.
Well, white doesn't mean. I mean, yeah.
No, not
We
that
should
I
do
am.
like the ancestry.com thing and
Yeah,
send
I
in
mean,
samples.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know why that keeps coming through.
That is so
very
interesting to
specific,
me.
too.
Very specific. Huh. Like an older Native American woman. Never use that person like in a script or in
No.
a movie.
No.
Okay.
I know nothing.
All right, let's get back to it.
Okay.
We'll circle back
Okay.
as like they did in the Native times.
Yeah.
Circle their wagons back. Okay,
Yeah.
what other question do you have?
I mean, I guess as far as career, I'm kind of at a place where I feel like I should maybe be slowing down a little bit, but I also don't want to lose momentum.
Slowing down, why?
I don't know, because I feel like everything's happening too quickly and I'm too young and I'm not quite ready for it, and I don't want to like kind of fuck myself over by like taking opportunities before I'm ready for them or like putting too much out there or anything like that.
Okay. Give me an example. You don't have to give me like specific projects, but like I need a little bit more because it like no comic listening is like, oh, boo hoo hoo.
Right. No, I get that. I guess I mean, this year I got really burnt out and I
okay,
hit a
well,
wall with it.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, I hit
Okay.
a wall with it and I wasn't managing my time well and I wasn't balancing well. So right now I'm kind of trying to figure out how to build new material and also have a life and not say yes to, you know, different things, whether it's like TV stuff or whatever that would, you know,
and
add to that stress.
You have a manager, you have an agent.
Yeah.
Okay. All those
these
people. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel like they are really supporting you and what you want, or they're just like pushing you because they just
No,
want
I feel like they're supporting me. There's every
okay.
once in a while they'll be like, we really think you should do this, and I'm trying to get better at saying like, no, I can't do that right now.
Right. There is something smart about knowing that you need to live
Yes.
in order to write some new jokes. Like, I think one of the biggest mistakes is people just throw out these hour specials and they're the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, what? Isn't it crazy? Carnival rides, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next year they have a new hour, which is bullshit because no comic in the world can do.
Right.
And it's like still kind of carnival ride adjacent. Like it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's smart.
Yeah.
I
guess my question is just like, do I need more time off? Do I need to be home more? And am I?
You mean not on the road?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't turn
More
down road
grounded.
gigs.
Well, I mean, it's at a place now where like I'm still gone a lot, but it's like it's the difference of being gone like every single weekend or like, you know, 2 or 3 weekends.
We're always like looking for permission to
to take a
like
break.
to take a break.
Right.
Like we need somebody else to tell us it's okay too.
I don't know if taking a break is what you need. I feel like you are at a place right now where 5 different things are coming in at you at the same time. And it's really like, if you want to still work, then you still work. You just need to ask for more money and then not do the gig. The other, you know what I mean?
And
like
not do as much.
So instead of doing like 4 weeks out of the month, you do 2 with double the money.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if your reps want you to do a thing, be like, great, I'm gonna need, and then just X the money, like go. Brr.
Oh, that's actually very.
So
good
that you're
advice,
not. But if you don't want to do a gig because you don't feel like you're prepared, then that's different.
Yeah.
But if it's just a matter of like, oh, I have so many things going on, like don't throw away gigs right now.
Okay.
I think you're at a place where you need to keep doing a lot of what you're doing.
Okay.
Whether it's like writing a show, if they want you to pitch, do stand up on the road, do a thing, shoot at that, you know.
Okay.
But,
that's good. To know.
But I wouldn't say no, but
And then I think the last time I asked her if I was ready to date again, and I think she said no, right?
I have a quick question. Are you buying a house?
No.
Okay.
My parents are realtors and they think I should, but
But you've also been kind of talking about maybe moving.
Yeah.
Because
right, yeah.
Okay.
That was,
it feels
that was
like a
another
move.
question.
It feels like you're like but you're buying something.
I moved to Orange County to live with my sisters.
Okay.
A year ago, and it's been great, but like lately the drive had to be in LA a lot more this year.
Yeah.
And the drive's been kind of crushed my spirit a little bit.
Yeah. And so your parents think you should buy?
Yeah, they've told me that in the past, and I'm like, maybe chill out, because I just wanna. They think I should do that at some point because they think that's a good investment. But I think
you should.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think you should too, actually.
Yeah,
I think
you
about
should.
it.
Totally.
You're not planning on like leaving.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know where I would buy it, like in LA or
Burbank to look like area, maybe.
Burbank.
Wherever you live.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. I would
interesting.
not be surprised if would your parents be the real estate agents for you?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. Okay. Yeah.
That's a great situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you buy a house and you find out who the owner is,
Ask if they're an old Native American woman.
ask if they're an old
my
Native
God, could
American
you
Oh, that's
imagine?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I love this.
That might be because it. Yeah. I'll talk to you about it more.
Yeah,
I know
would
we don't
love
have a
to-
lot of time.
I know.
This feels like I feel like a little rushed, a little scatterbrained because
Oh,
I know
totally,
we have to
that's
go. But yeah. So last quick things. I know you have one other thing you wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. What else was it?
Just I guess going back to the relationship stuff, because I don't remember what I asked last time, but I think last time I was just like, am I ready to date again? And I think she was like,
I think
no.
yes. I think Kira said to be on your own for a bit.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Because you were going to be busy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then I
and
think
you-
I waited maybe a couple months and then
Be
went-
selfish. She said be selfish.
Be selfish. That's
Yeah.
what you
That's
told me to
right.
do.
I did?
You told me to be selfish
With
with
your
my
time.
The Selfish podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did that for like
Self-help-ish.
2 months and then I did not do that anymore.
So you were dating?
I went back to an ex of mine like a couple months after that.
Okay, and how'd that work out?
It did not.
Okay.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah.
I think you're still too busy.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. Well, I'm 4 months into another relationship now.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm-
fine. You
yeah.
can be 4 months into a relationship.
Okay.
It's-
But you think I'm still too
It's
busy
You're still too busy.
to be in a relationship?
A little bit.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But like, okay. So is this just doomed? Should
No,
I call
I don't
him?
think it's doomed. I think that it's not doomed. It's if the other person is okay with you being busy,
Oh, totally. Yeah.
then it's going to be fine.
Okay, great.
But if most people, it's one of the reasons I did marry my husband because he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, go do what you need to do.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
gave me a hard time ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if this person is okay with that, then that's fine. But most people are not, or at least they say they're okay, and then true colors, they're not.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just you seem still very, very busy, and I think you
Yeah.
need to stay. I know that sucks because you're like, I want to take a break. I don't think you take a break right now.
Oh, you think I stay
Sorry.
busy?
Yeah, you
Wow.
have to stay busy.
Whew, okay.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's fine. All right.
That I feel like you need
Kelsey?
to take a break when, like, a natural break is going to come, like when you do get a show,
Uh-huh.
right?
But
And you're
isn't
like,
that when you have to go hard?
but you're not going to be going to Albuquerque and then the next day flying to
Yeah, that's
Nashville and then
true.
the
Yeah.
next day Tuta, and then having like all these generals and meetings about you, like you'll be focused.
Do you see a show in here?
Yeah, let's look at it.
Okay.
Do we have time? Are we okay,
Is there-
Aaron?
yeah, we have just like 2 minutes and then we
Okay.
got to do Kelsey.
Okay,
again.
okay. Why didn't the other show work out?
I don't know. ABC just didn't. They were like all about it, and then they just didn't. They were like, "Hey, we really loved the project, but and we'd love to work with you again in the future." They said all the bullshit, but
The
they,
industry.
yeah, just whatever.
the
Which
industry.
you know,
Right.
I was really only bummed that I couldn't work with those writers. I wasn't too sad that
You
the show
can
didn't
you
work.
can work with them again.
I would
Why
love
wouldn't
to.
Why wouldn't you work with them again?
I don't know, because they might be on other stuff.
This, going back to Delaney again, was this show really authentic?
You know, it was pretty authentic within a format. It was like a multicam sitcom, which wouldn't be my first choice, but
Yeah.
within that format, it was authentic.
But if you were to do it, and let's say you could do it any way you wanted, and you could work with these writers again, and you could really do it, it would be different, right?
Yeah.
Like they kind of, yeah. So I think the next time you do either, a variation of this script or whatever the story was about, it just didn't feel like it wasn't true to what you wanted to say and put out there.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so can you do it again? Do they own it?
I think I
you
can
do a
I can do
variation
a
of
version.
it?
They didn't keep
Yeah.
like my life rights. Or
Right,
anything.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So you can do it again. Yeah. I mean, you could take like the essence of it and kind of format it and really do it the right way.
Yeah.
Have you already started to pitch something?
Not yet. I mean, the three of us are pitching something.
Oh, that's right.
completely
Didn't I
different.
do a reading on that last time?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was a different project.
Oh, a different project.
Yeah.
On this thing that you're pitching, the three of you, are you guys all going to be like executive producers and are you guys all going to be on camera and also all
Yeah,
writing
hopefully.
and also all EPs? Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah,
That's
that's
pretty much the
ideally.
goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then my managers want to do like another version of that as well.
Your
that last
managers
show.
want to do another version of, yeah,
The other deal.
right.
Yeah, the scripted thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like they want to kind of revamp it, but make it more real. I don't know what that means. Like, make it more authentic.
Yeah.
Was there also a big name with it attached to it?
I mean, they
a
talked about
really-
a few people, but we didn't get
Oh,
that
you never
far.
got that far?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can get a big name again attached.
To that one?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it me? I'm joking. Dang it. All right, yeah, let's do Kelly.
Okay,
that
let's
was
do
so interesting.
Yeah.
The house thing, I'm very
Yeah, you should get a house.
You should
All right,
get a
what are your
house.
questions,
Perfect.
lady?
Okay, so I thought of 2.
Don't be like, should my colors be gold?
Okay, so with the getting engaged and all of that process, and I'm in therapy every week, I feel like my dad has been brought up more and more.
Okay.
Because, and I don't know how much I should tell you about my dad or like the background with my dad.
Okay.
But I just feel like now that I'm about to be the one getting married, I feel like there's these issues in the past with my dad that maybe I haven't like fully forgiven him or like learned how to deal with those emotions fully.
Okay. And he's going to be at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Tell me if I need to say more, I will. But if you don't want me to say more, I won't.
Huh. God dang it. This head thing keeps coming up and it won't let me circumvent it.
That's so scary, man. I'm about to fly on Wednesday. I'm like, what if my plane crashes?
No.
That would be your whole body.
That's your whole everything.
Okay, good point. Good point.
No. Your dad. This feels like whatever is bothering you with it. Does he have zero idea?
Kind of. It's like,
It feels like it's not even on his radar. Like if you were to even bring it up and be like, hey, I've been going to a therapist and they said I should talk to you about this, he would be shocked.
yeah, I did kind of have a conversation like that with him a couple years ago, and he was like very, very surprised that
Yeah, it doesn't feel
it
like
was
it's
something that was like still upsetting me.
Yeah. It doesn't
So-
feel like it's on his radar even now.
No.
Even after you brought it up.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I think
Yeah.
that's part of how he operates, though, on a day-to-day basis, is like kind of pushing away the pain he feels like he caused.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like if he...
Who's the bald guy?
Whoa.
What the fuck? That's my dad.
Okay.
But, like, how do you see that? Like, that's...
Oh, I didn't even get that he was your dad. I was like, oh, Kane.
Kane.
Oh, who's Kane?
Oh, my fiance and my
Oh.
dad are
You got
both
all kinds of
bald.
bald guys
Okay.
around you.
Lots of bald
All right.
Sorry, that was just really, like, shocking to me because I'm
Okay.
talking about my dad and you just are like, who's the bald guy? It's like... That's just really... My dad's been bald since he was 18. Like, he's
Oh,
very much the
really?
bald
How
guy.
funny. My dad also
Yeah.
like bald very early.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
his 20s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like unfortunately just asleep to this. Like
Yeah.
he's not like
Yeah.
even consciously, like you are going to have to work on this without any expectation of him.
Yeah.
So just for you work on it for you, not like
Yeah.
any like, and then he'll say sorry. Because
Yeah.
even if he does say sorry, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I know like, a lot of people are like, well, I want closure. Well, that's not what you want. You wanted
Yeah.
the thing to never happen.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what you
everything you're
wanted.
saying is like exactly,
So,
yeah.
so he's completely,
Yeah.
like I see his eyes are like closed. Like he's not even seeing this at all.
Yeah. That's so fascinating. Wow. Yeah.
Does he have, I know it's going to sound really weird. I'm not trying to make fun of your dad. My dad's bald too.
Yeah.
Does he have like a weird bald head though? Like, is it weird? Like it has like you see like his vessels or something.
He has like
a
he's had a lot of like
ridge.
skin cancer spots.
Oh,
Like you know what I
okay,
mean? Like
sorry.
he's got it's
Don't
okay,
wanna
but
be
he's got
rude
like
about it.
spots.
Does he have a
like
weird
lesiony.
bald head?
Like it looks like.
He does have like spots that have been like taken off or like checked for like a lot of like spots that have been
Little-
burned off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
head trauma thing?
Yeah.
Oh
Is
my gosh,
that
that's
it?
funny. No.
Does he need to get checked out?
Yeah, I mean, I would keep doing what you're doing, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but with your therapist, that's awesome. You should be working on you, but
Yeah.
it just feels like,
Yeah.
like you could tell him again. It's not like he'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like he wouldn't push you
No.
away and he wouldn't, but
No.
he just seems so oblivious.
Well, I know he would never go to therapy to deal with like what he's done and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like he did it, and then it was kind of put on us kids to like deal with what happened, and then like that's it.
Right.
Which is kind of, I guess, now how it continues to be as an adult, where you're saying like, I can't control how he's ever gonna like rectify that or whatever, and he's like done his best to always show me love, but it's like I am gonna have to figure out a way to just like be at peace with what happened.
Right. And he also feels like he moved somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, like after the divorce, he left my mom and moved.
Like,
Do you mean like
feels
physically
like
or emotionally?
Yeah, he like moved. Like it almost feels like he fled though.
Yes.
Was it like quick?
Yes.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
All
One
right,
day,
I'm out.
married for 10 years. Next day, I'm leaving you for another woman. Gone. Another house.
But is he still with that woman?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good choice though.
I mean, yeah, I don't
But
know.
they're together, like, they're happy and they're like, yay, we did it.
As far as I know, I mean,
Okay.
they've still been together after all this time. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It doesn't feel.
His choice, how he did all that, was never a good choice. You know what I mean? He did not do that the right way.
Are we okay on time?
Yeah, we've got like 7 minutes.
7. All right.
Sorry.
So what's the question about your wedding? Like how it's going to be with your dad at the wedding? Is that the question? I
Yeah,
already
there's
forgot.
definitely like something. I do have some anxiety about that, about just like, because I've said before on the podcast, my dad has these really high expectations of whoever I'm with, and especially now that I've decided like this is the person I'm going to marry, it just feels. He says he really likes Kane, but it just feels like there's a lot of pressure there, and maybe because he knows he fucked up, like my dad fucked up,
What's the pressure?
for him to like never hurt me and to like be a perfect husband.
Oh, well, he's going to.
Yeah.
It's
I know.
called marriage, which is Latin for what the fuck did you just do?
Yeah. And I think because
no, it's-
I come from so much divorce, and my fiance
So
comes
much
from
divorce?
Well, yeah, like my parents are divorced, and then my dad's parents are divorced, and
Oh,
like
I see.
Kane, my fiance, has been divorced, and his parents are divorced, and like
Okay.
there's so much divorce,
Uh-huh.
and you know, also we're like cynical comedians, but we like really believe in our love and our relationship and want to take this step into marriage. But I guess that there is that fear of like, well, we've never done this before. We've never gotten married. Like, is that going to change our relationship in a bad way? Or, yeah, I guess those type of questions.
Well, I think going back to your dad,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Did he not support your comedy at first?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is so weird.
So he
You're
didn't
so-
support your comedy, and now he obviously, right? He can see like, okay, I guess you're doing well.
Yeah.
So does he? Is
he
he
really
on board
supports
now?
it now. Very
yeah.
supportive now.
So
But
it's
at
the
first
same.
was
It's like
no.
at first he's just like a very like
Yeah.
tentative person. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why he keeps coming across like very like does he like when he smiles does it just go straight across and not like up like you know like is it like a like does it fill the room kind of smile but he just feels like a very just I'm not gonna like when
Yeah,
he,
there's, like,
when he
a-
smiles does he show his teeth do you know what I mean
He does show his teeth, but there is definitely like a more like reserved
Yeah, he
side to him.
feels
He's got a lot
very-
of like very almost like different faces or something. Like he
Yeah.
does slam poetry, and I'll see him on stage and be like, oh my god, he's so like animated and alive. And then there's other times where he seems very like quiet and reserved, and yeah.
I just do your thing. It's hard, I know, because we want
Yeah.
to like we seek our parents' approval.
Yeah.
But if we did only the things that they approved of, none of us would be sitting here.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
No parent is raising their kid to be
Right.
like, and then there's a Red Roof Inn off the freeway, right outside of
Yeah.
Little Rock, and
Yeah.
you're gonna do a church show where they want you to be super clean, but there's gonna be a woman breastfeeding in the front row, so a titty's gonna be out, but you can't say the word fuck. All right, that's what I wish for you. Like
Yeah.
we would
That
none
felt
of us.
very
Yeah,
specific.
that was
Did
very
that happen
specific.
to you?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
You want
You're-
a clean show? Keep it clean. They just kept saying clean, 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 and this woman like just busts out her enormous, just lesion-filled. Like
Veiny.
she had a ton of babies suckling on this teat, and in the front row, and I was like, so you're
Breastfeeding is
busting
beautiful.
out your it is. It's
We're all
breast is best. You're busting out your hairy ass nipple, but I can't say. Like, I couldn't even say, they're like, don't even say the word God. Not that I have to,
Oh my
but yeah, it was one of those
God.
shows. Yeah.
It felt weird for me to say God then. I was
So-
like, oh my. bleh.
So, ladies,
Wow.
Thank you so much for coming back
did
on.
any of that, I mean, I was just winging it. I was really making it all up.
You shocked me. I like
stuff.
physically pulled my hand away just because I was
You
like
did.
that. Like shot.
Came across very anti-Semitic, I'll be honest. It really did.
You really shocked me. That was just so. Who's the bald guy? It's like, what? How can you see that? That's
Yeah,
so
because if you had
nuts.
said that
Good
to me,
guess.
I don't know
It's
bald
a
guys.
good guess. Come on,
Besides-
guys.
I don't know bald guys besides Keaton.
Yeah, like,
and
if
you
you
were
were
like, who's the bald
Bald
guy?
is a very big theme in my life. My dad and my fiance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
nothing. No bald in my life.
No
except
bald.
for you know what.
And-
Well, I'm, down there. Yeah.
Yeah, Brazilian, but
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
oh
Yeah,
man.
the
Thanks
house
for
thing
having me
going.
back.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Buy a
much.
house.
I
Buy
know.
a
Oh
house.
my gosh, that's a big
You really
thing, I
should think
think.
about that.
Now
Yeah.
I'm going
That
to.
make-
Not when my
Well,
parents tell me.
If you move out, like, I mean, why spend all this money
Yeah,
towards
why
rent
not?
somewhere when you could probably put
And
a down payment
gas
on?
from driving from Orange County.
It's true.
I
Yeah.
like that.
But I mean, that gas is just probably the equivalent of what I paid more in rent here. So it was like, and I get to live
okay.
with my family, so it's like, But I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you so much for
yeah,
coming
plug
back.
all your stuff, Kira.
Yes.
Where can people
Oh,
find you?
yes,
All
Plug
the
your
things.
podcast.
Kira Comedy. When is this coming out? Is it
This
like
is
now?
going to be
Like-
coming out
right-
on August 13th.
Oh, okay, awesome. I don't know where
It's a
I am,
Monday.
but I don't have my calendar in front of me. But go to kiracomedy.com, and I will be. Oh, in September, the first week of September, I'm headlining Brad Garrett's comedy club
nice.
in
Oh,
Las Vegas.
amazing.
So come out and support at the
Yeah.
MGM Grand in Las Vegas. And then I have other dates coming up. I'll be at Wise Guys, and I'll be in Portland and other stuff, but that's like down the line. So Kira Comedy, Instagram, Twitter,
Awesome.
podcast.
Yes.
My podcast, The Kira Sultanovich Show, which I'm going to be rebranding lately. What do you guys think about, I call it, Don't Raise a Douche?
I love
I
it.
love
I think that's what I'm
it.
going to
That
call
is
it.
That's a
perfect.
winner.
I
Yeah.
love
So
it.
it's a parenting podcast, but I'm going to be adding, like, right now I have comics who have kids, but like I'm going to add like authors and doctors and,
Oh, cool.
and
Perfect.
therapists and stuff.
Yes.
Kids to figure out our fucking kids. And then I have Karen and Kira Can Read, which is obviously you guys have, you know what that
We
is.
just did.
Yeah.
With Karen
We need to
Rentowski.
do it. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Fantastic.
I'll plug my shows real quick. I'll be headlining Hilarities in Cleveland the 15th and 16th, and then headlining American Comedy Company in San Diego August 30th through September 1st. KelseyCook.com for tickets, Kelsey Cook Comedy on Instagram, and Kelsey Cook on Twitter.
Perfect. And I am ttomcomedy.com. I'm headlining the Funny Bone in Syracuse August 30th through September 2nd, and the San Jose Improv September 13th through the 16th. And then I'm at the Comedy Cellar in Vegas September 26th through 30th.
Beautiful. At Delaney Fisher on everything, and Dix by Delaney coming at you soon. Real soon.
Yeah.
August.
Thank you again, Kira.
Thank
You're
you.
the
I can't
best.
wait to have sex with a cup.
I'll make you one.
All right, join the Patreon. We love you guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.